Hello, darling. Today I want us to talk about friendship and all that. So, as a friend, when you tell your friend that you care, do you really mean your words? So, we have this story in the Bible of two amazing friends who are like diehards for each other. So, we have Jonathan and David. So, after David killed Goliath and now he started living in the palace, the spirit of Jonathan and of David they interconnected. So like they became so close that the Bible records that says that Jonathan loved David as himself. So Jonathan loved David so much and he honored David. Even after he had knew that David was anointed and he was going to overtake his father. And Jonathan knew that, like kingship in that time, the expected outcome was that after Saul dies, Jonathan was to take over. Now, this is someone like David was to take the position of Jonathan. But Jonathan didn't mind because he knew that you have been appointed by God and I value you. So, like, their friendship was so deep or interconnected. So, how deep or how connected are you with your friends? When you see them being successful or taking positions that maybe you were supposed to take them, how do you feel about it? Are you happy for them or do you have that bad feeling in you and you wish something was for them? So, as a good friend, from the word care, the acronym. So, first of all, as a friend, do you challenge your your friends to grow or become better? And as a believer, do you always start conversations in a way that builds up their faith? Sometimes I personally might be guilty of not doing that. Yes, like whereby you see your friends are turning away or they're doing not good things, but sometimes you don't correct them. You just say, "What are you learning?" and all that. But it is good. Remember to challenge them or for them to become better. The next one is A, affirming. Do you affirm your friend of their value? Jonathan always affirmed David of his value. Even after his father tried to kill him and all that, Jonathan still affirmed David's value by protecting him from now all this harm. So sometimes as a good friend, why would it's good. You can send a message of encouragement to your friends and tell them of how they are valuable, of how their existence is so important to the current generation and all that. Affirm your friend. The next is R. Hmm. Do you respect your friend's opinions? So let's take the instance of Jonathan. So there was this instance Saul wanted to kill David, and there was a kind of party. David told Jonathan, sorry, that he would that his father had plotted to kill him. So David was telling Jonathan, I'm not going to be in this party. I will just go and hide. Jonathan is telling David, if he wanted to kill him, I would have known. So he's not going to kill you. You just stay in the party and then I don't. David tells Jonathan, you don't. Your father knows that you love me and you're a good friend, so there's no way he's going to tell you. So Jonathan respects David's opinion of going away at that time or two for him to look for safety. And Jonathan supports his opinion. He tells him, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell my father you're at your parents and all that. And if he gets angry, that's where I'm going to know that he really wanted to kill you. So I will draw some arrows, and then this will be an indication of either you come or you go and hide. So, like, do you respect your friends? Or you might disagree. You're two human beings who are different. You might disagree, but do you respect their opinion and still value them? So that is on our respect. The other one, E. E is encourage. Always learn to encourage your in those low moments. Encourage your friend. Yes. So Proverbs 27:17 says, as iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend. So ask yourself, do I sharpen my friend? Do I become a better do do I become better people in my presence, or do I become better even in the presence of my friend? So it's a two-way thing. So a friend, see a friend in need, be a friend indeed.